Hey guys, this is Douglas and I'm sitting here with Carrie and we are driving to the dog trail park. Today we are going to bring you a whole lot of questions between Carrie and I, and questions for you at the end of the video. So stick around.
Yeah, so this channel is brand new and we've had quite a few people follow along. We would love if you are somebody that is considering either going off-grid or purchasing off-grid property, or maybe have just moved off-grid and are making the leap that Doug and I will probably be making soon. We would love for you to follow us along on our channel and subscribe, and hopefully we can learn from each other.
So the idea about this video is we're going to ask each other 5 questions each, and we haven't told each other what questions we're going to ask, so we're going for the shock value, guys.
Oh, great.
And we're going to take you along on this little dog walk. Enjoy the view. So Carrie, I got a question.
Okay. I'm ready.
What are some of your major concerns of the world going on right now?
Oh, so many things. My major concerns, I guess the things that concern me the most right now have a lot to do with what our kids are going to be facing. I'm really concerned with we've talked about before some of the mandates that are being rolled out and have been being rolled out. I feel like it's a step in the wrong direction for our country. That worries me. Very concerned about what's going on politically. I'm concerned about the supply chain. A general sense of feeling, I guess, insecure in a way that I've never felt living in this country. So Doug, my question for you is, what is the scariest thing for you about going off-grid?
Scariest thing going off-grid? It is my fear of leaving all the hard work I've done at this house and leaving a job that I'm very secure at, and with very little money in regards to developing this homestead. Once we're committed, there's no turning back, really. That's really what's going to happen. No turning back. So it's a commitment, and it's like taking a canoe down a river. It's a lot harder to paddle back upstream once you've gone down. So, Carrie, do you think we are running away?
Honestly, in a way, yeah, I kind of do. But I don't think it's a bad thing to do necessarily right now. I just think that it feels like the right thing to do, not in the sense of running away, but in a sense of putting ourselves in a safer, more secure position.
Yeah, it's a nice day out.
It's gorgeous. All right, Doug, my second question to you is, do you think that going off-grid and what we're doing is going to be tough on our relationship? I put you on the spot.
I think that it could be stressful. I think that we've already experienced sitting in a small property together with you not working, and have a lot of together time since the kids aren't around. And I think as long as we're keeping busy, I don't think we're gonna have that issue. And if we do, like I said, we got 9 acres. I can just walk away, right? Well, the dogs definitely, the two rebels definitely like these type of walks. Willow, the black dog there, she likes to pull because she thinks she's going home all the time. So she's just trying to find a fast way home. Chihuahua there, Zoe, she's on the hunt all the time. You can see her ears are up and she's prancing around like she's the toughest dog on the block. But that's just the way she is.
Yeah, Zoe's kind of got little dog syndrome. I think she thinks she's a big dog, but she's actually in a little dog body.
So on to my third question. Do you think there is a psychology to homesteaders and off-gridders and people like ourselves who want to potentially be off-grid? Do you think there's a psychology behind why they want to escape society and go into a simpler style of living?
Wow, you weren't kidding when you said loaded questions. Is there a psychology to it? I'm sure there is. It's definitely not for everybody. I think it's a certain type of person that is interested in doing this. I don't think that homesteading and doing what we're doing is necessarily right for every person on the planet. And I don't think everybody's cut out for it, because I really actually don't think it's going to be very easy. I think it's probably going to be even harder than what we've expected, even though you and I have done some pretty hard things together. So I'm expecting, what I'm trying to do is not have expectations. I'm trying to be very open about that, because I do think it might be a lot harder than we think it is. And I think that could really make you feel discouraged and maybe want to give up. So try not to have any expectations. So Doug, I have a question for you. Which would you prefer? To sell our house right now or soon? Or would you prefer that we just short-term rent it or long-term rent it?
I prefer that if we were to do this, quit my job, I think the best thing to do would be to sell the house, in my opinion. Because I'm not sure if we're going to make the income from a rental, but I'm also not a business savvy person, so I'll leave that part to you. So question number 4.
Okay.
Stay longer in Colorado or move to Arizona ASAP?
I actually would like to move to Arizona ASAP. Oh. And let me tell you why. I think it would be good to be over there right now, because the temperatures during the day are 50s and 60s mostly. And I think for building some of the infrastructure that we're going to need to do right away, I think that the temperatures would be nice to work in. And I also think it would be awesome to have whatever rainwater collections things that we're going to set up. I think it'd be great to have it in place for the monsoon season this year, which is, I think it starts in July and August. So if I had my druthers, as my mom would say, I would probably move sooner rather than later. All right, Doug, my next question for you is, do you think we could fail?
Do we think we can fail? I know that that's a cliche for people to say, that they'd never fail. I feel that I can make a lot of mistakes, but once I'm committed, once I have my foot in the door, I believe that I'm basically a workaholic, especially when it comes to self-profit. Like working on a homestead, you're working for yourself essentially. So working on the job, it's a different story. I still have good work ethics there too, but yeah. I'm just saying we have more to lose. So, and I said, you know, I got 10 more years of decent shoveling out of me to do. So, and the way I look at the world right now, it gives you a sense of urgency to work your butt off, especially when it's for your own retirement, for setting up, and it's all profiting yourself, you know. So my final question, what has to happen before we can up and leave? What are things that have to happen?
Well, we/you have to make a decision on your job, and as we've talked about before, that actually may just be decided for us, so that would make it actually easier. That needs to happen. The next thing that needs to happen is we got to figure out what we're going to do with our house. We've owned the house for 10 years, and it's been a great investment, and it's in a great location. I have a hard time thinking of selling it because for me, I think, well, if we don't make it or if we fail, at least we've got something to go back to. But then that also means not having as much money to start up the homestead with. It means doing it on a shoestring, which I know we can do. I've seen other people do it, but that needs to happen where we make a decision about the house. That's another big piece. All right, Doug, my final question for you is, are you sure we're not too old for this?
Oh, hell no. No. Like I talked about earlier, I'm a workaholic when it comes to doing things for myself or for you. And age, I don't really feel it right now. I feel, like I said, I'm able to get up, I'm able to take care of livestock and able to put in those swales and berms still. And I need to do that within the next 10 years because I don't see myself as a senior out there digging 20-foot long swales and digging recession pools and all this stuff like this and stuffing sandbags, you know.
Right.
That's all physical labor, but I think that if we get it done in the next decade, which I'm hoping more or less in the next 3 years at the most, get all this solid foundation and all the big elements done on the property, then the rest is just, you know, gardening and taking care of animals and the likes.
Yeah, which we can do easily into retirement. You know, we've seen my mom, who's 80, she easily takes care of her yard and gardens, and hopefully I got her genetics.
So that was a nice little walk.
It was brisk, for sure.
Yeah, very windy, very cold. The dogs enjoyed it though.
Yeah. And we had the place to ourselves almost.
Yeah, so this video is all about questions, and we obviously asked each other questions. That was definitely not staged. We both wrote our questions out on our own, and we kept them on our phones so that neither of us were prepared for the questions. So we might not have answered exactly how we might have answered if we were able to read them ahead of time and think about it and contemplate. So some of the answers might not be that accurate, I guess, is what you'd say. But yeah, so we have, like we promised at the beginning of the video, we have some questions for you, our viewers.
Yeah, we want to get to know a little bit more about you, and also how Doug and I can serve you, because we want our channel to be helpful for other people as well. So we've got 4 questions for you, and please answer in the comments below. You can write as much or as little as you want. Answer 1 question or answer 2 or 3 or 4, whatever you want to do, whatever speaks to you. So our first question is there anything that you don't see other off-grid homestead prepping channels covering that you would like us to focus on?
Yep, that's one question. The other one is, as a viewer, what would you claim your status to be? An off-gridder, a homesteader, a prepper, or all the above? Someone that's considering the idea, or watching out of curiosity?
Yeah, we'd love to know that. Next question is, with the questionable morality and corrupt ethical elements attributing to the decline of the world at the current time, how do you plan on being resilient in the next few years of foreseeable changes?
I came up with that question.
It's a loaded question, huh?
And our last question. In your opinion, what is the most useful skill when it comes to off-grid living? So those are our 4 questions we have for you guys. But we encourage dialogue between all of you viewers. You know, respond to each other too. Yeah,
and keep it respectful, like we asked in, I think, another video. We want to be supportive and help each other, and, you know, are requesting that you guys offer helpful comments and supportive comments to each other. That's really what we want to do here. So thanks for tuning in again today.
Yep, and we'll see you